Welcome to BAKTalk, episode 1. Really shit, episode 2. This is your boy Rhea Ban. I got
Okay.
See, Rich,
What's up, y'all?
what's going on?
y'all don't sound enthusiastic right now. I need y'all to pick it up. All right, y'all pick it up for real,
Listen,
for real.
it's
Come
the
on.
first episode.
I
We
understand.
getting warmed up, y'all.
I understand.
All right.
But basically, shit, we really just want to run down, let y'all know who we are. BAKTalk podcast started with myself and C Rich
I wasn't
and a few
there.
other
A
people.
lot of people. A lot of people.
They don't matter.
A few
Wow.
puppies, a fucking dog kennel in the back, but
Yeah.
we here
In the projects.
in the projects in Decatur, Georgia.
Hey.
All right.
Was it Decatur or
No,
it
I
was Stone
Decatur.
Mountain?
We was in Decatur, borderline Decatur, Stone Mountain.
Okay, shit.
Same,
Alright.
same.
But yeah, we here.
We here.
Episode 1. Basically, we talking about shit, just how we got started.
Basically an intro of, ourselves, introducing ourselves,
Yeah.
who we are.
So
where
y'all
we
can
came
get
from.
to know who we are before y'all tune in to us every week.
So, I mean, y'all want me to start?
Yeah,
All
go
right.
ahead, Raven. Who are you? What's your name?
So I'm Rhea Ban. I was born in Miami.
Dade
Uh,
County, stand
You
up.
feel me? Not even born in Miami. What am I saying? I was born in Chicago,
Oh,
Illinois.
Really? You forgot where you was born?
Oh, my God.
Self-awareness is the topic of the
Okay.
show. Ironically, I was born in
Not very
Chicago, raised in Miami. I moved up to Atlanta when I was 22 back in 2011.
Showing people your age, okay.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
care.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know what I'm
Be
saying?
proud of that.
I'm seasoned. I'm a seasoned player.
Okay.
All right, player.
Okay.
So basically, how I would describe myself if I had to give a quick rundown of who I am. I'm a meditator, thinker, visionary.
Ooh.
I'm talking big shit. I gotta talk big shit on here.
Okay.
This is a podcast. I gotta talk my shit.
This was a part of his vision.
You feel
visionary.
me? Amateur psychologist, player. You feel me? Okay.
Ladies, y'all could put in the comment section. Who your
Oh.
player or not.
And really just overall, if I had to describe myself in just one word, I would just say thinker. Overall. So
Overall.
overall,
Thinker.
yeah.
All right. Well, I guess it's on me. So I'm Kay, or LaKae, as you guys know. I'm also from South Florida, but I'm from Palm Beach County. I lived in Florida. I lived in Florida most of my life. I relocated here to Atlanta about 4 years ago. It's been an interesting ride so far. Me, I would say I am a woman of faith, a lover of music, a champion of underdogs, and a multifaceted being. I love dance.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I am a lot. Thank you.
Extra.
I'm that too. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just mostly, if I had to sum it up in one word, I would say multifaceted. Like I'm kind of a person or a woman that you can kind of like, see as a chameleon in different facets, but mostly a lover of music. So that's me. That's Kay. What about you, C.
Okay.
Rich?
Who am I?
He a young nigga.
Hey,
Baby of the group.
yeah, I'm the youngest. When this question was first posed, who am I? That's really a hard question to, really come to some type of answer because I'm only 20, so I still have a lot of growing to do. We good. Okay.
We
okay.
great.
We good.
Yeah, I figured that would be like that's probably a hard question to
Yeah,
answer
it is.
because you only 20, bro.
I'm only
like,
20.
You
I'm
figuring
only
it
still
out,
figuring
right?
it out.
figuring out, but I feel like I do have a lot of things going for myself.
All right, ladies.
We in the right
Nah, bro.
direction.
Nah, speaking into existence, man.
we
Tell
in the-
tell the people who you are though.
Hey, okay, so
You're a photographer.
I'm a photographer.
You feel me?
Look, running
I
your
love-
receipts.
Love fashion. I'm into shoes. I got a lot of ambitions. I'm doing like my little investments going on and stuff.
Ooh.
What you mean
We
you into
ready.
shoes? Like
Ooh.
sneakers?
Love
or-
sneakers. Love
Okay.
sneakers. Love
You
fashion.
got a collection?
Hey,
Cool.
You talking about going
shout
to
out sneakerheads,
shout out to Jeezy.
Jeezy.
Shout out to Jeezy.
Go ahead.
Why we
okay.
shouting out Jeezy?
Jeezy is not the
Yeah,
rapper.
it's
We
not-
talking about our homeboy
Hey,
Jeezy.
yeah,
Oh, what up, homeboy? Okay.
But yeah, it's just a lot of things going on, different facets, and a lot of things going on in my life. And I am a student at Georgia State. I'm a junior as well. That's about it.
That's you.
That's you.
All right, on the come
Student
up.
of the game.
That's what's up.
Still my youngin. I'm trying to teach him everything I
Man,
know.
Come on, dog. I'm
Yes.
teaching you.
All right. So what we talking about today, y'all?
The topic of the day is self-awareness.
Self-aware.
Self-awareness. How self-aware are you? That's like one of the hardest things
That's
to
a
really.
hard question.
It's hard to talk about yourself, as you can see, because we were struggling.
Yes.
Exactly.
The struggle is
Exactly.
real.
But one thing about it, it's probably the most important thing to be able to do to start a business, to really get out into the world and be your own.
Accomplish life. Yeah.
Accomplish anything in life. You have to know who you are. So that's one thing definitely we want to talk about. And it's a perfect topic because, everybody trying to get to know who we are.
Mm-hmm.
So we can sit and have this conversation on who we are with everybody.
Right. We'll share it with you guys. And
Yeah.
hopefully you guys will share it with us what you think about yourselves.
So shit, I mean, Kay, what was your first impression of me when you met me?
Honestly, I don't remember the guy, but just
Really? That'd be the first. Like when I walk into no bullshit. When I walk into a room, normally just the way I carry myself,
He's so modest, ladies.
I'm modest. I'm
Man, I
humble.
feel you, though.
I'm
You
definitely
gotta be
humble,
like
but
that.
I really
Exactly.
like people really notice me when I go into a room.
Okay.
He's so modest, guys.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say I didn't notice him, but I'm sorry, my memory is just kind of shot on when I first met him. So what I'll say is like, what vibe do I get from Ray? Like, if I didn't know him, just like how he looks. So I would say he definitely came off as somebody like confident, like he kind of like keeps his head on the swivel. For those of you who don't know what that means, just like very aware, just checking out the scene before they move.
That's from growing up in Miami.
Man,
Yeah, we
get
both
out
from
of
South
there.
Florida, so I guess
Bruh,
I got
why
that
you-
vibe.
Come on now.
Don't do that.
You're not finna be
Can I
doing
finish
that.
my first
Hey, go ahead. Go right ahead. Go.
before Siri start hating? Okay, so yeah, so that was my
His
first
favorite rapper from Miami.
Hey.
trick.
Respect to Ross.
Oh,
Ross.
gotcha. Oh,
Thank
so you heard better you than me?
Yeah, it was
Yes,
amazing.
crazy.
Amazing.
But yeah, I mean, I guess that's what I thought of Ray. I mean, sorry,
That's
I don't
it?
remember much.
You don't remember nothing?
Damn, that's fucked up.
My life is hectic. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, I feel you. I feel you. Life
I
ain't
can tell you
always
what I
about
think you
me.
now. I think you're
What
the
do you think about
bomb.
me now?
I think you're great. I think you're the bomb. I think you are a visionary. You going places, but I don't know what I thought before.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. That's
A
cool.
little blurred vision. I don't understand that.
Don't do that.
See, Rich, I can tell you what I thought about
Ah.
you, bro.
Go
Can
ahead,
you
go
imagine?
ahead.
Okay, so Atlanta. I don't want to stereotype, but in
Nah,
Atlanta,
go ahead.
you
Say how you feel.
see your bros here down in Atlanta. They got the little twisted hair
Hey, I got
with
the
the
cut
fro.
now.
It's
We got
cut
the
now,
waves
but
now. Come
before
on
it
now.
was
He
like
used to
that.
have
Come on.
twists.
Yes, he used to have the
I gotta
twist
see
and
on
shit.
pictures.
that nappy hair.
And just the way he carried himself, he walked with a real stern walk. And he mean looking, so
Okay,
he just
okay.
looked like a typical street dude.
I get that a
Kane.
lot. Okay.
But
Dang.
after I got to know him, I noticed that he just he was chill, real chill. He was like too chill,
Not
chiller
too
than me.
chill.
Like,
All right.
yeah, I don't know about that. But shit, other than that, I don't know. I really don't know what I don't even know what I think about you now.
Right.
Nah, I don't even know what I think about him now.
Oh damn.
Nah, definitely. I'll say one thing: he's reliable. He takes criticism well, like probably better than most young cats. So I say Chris is probably one of the most self-aware, without him knowing, one of the most self-aware young dudes I know. So
That's what's up.
Okay. I
So not
appreciate
to see
that.
Rich.
I appreciate that.
yeah, I'm trying to big you up on
So
the
let
show.
me give my perspective of Sean. So my bad, Ray. But okay.
Yeah, let's X that out.
Hey,
Sean is my slave name. That's not my.
All right, we gonna talk Ray. So
Ray Ban.
I met Ray like over almost a year ago, and my first like image of Ray was like, I don't know, like I mean,
Damn. I don't know.
chill. He was kind of like chill, laid back, didn't bother nobody, kept to himself.
Was he kind of like hard to read to you?
A little bit. He
Yeah.
was. Like, it took me a while before we first started talking and getting the conversation. I was like, okay. Then, we had in common. He was messing with Ross. I was like, okay. And then we just started talking. It was like, from that point, like, it just clicked.
Yeah, just clicked. That's
It just
what's up.
clicked ever since then.
Yeah,
He's a
he a
great guy.
transplant Miami nigga. He really a Miami nigga. I don't know why you be playing.
No.
I mean, I
come
ain't gonna just
on.
give Florida credit to people who ain't from Florida. But
Okay.
But yeah.
You serious?
Thank you. But Ray is a great guy. Great guy.
Aight.
Okay, and K, I'm gonna give my first impression on K.
Yeah, oh
man.
shit.
So K, when I first seen K, I was like, okay. Really, I first seen her from the first video that BAKTalk did, and I was like, okay, she's a well-rounded female. You know, she know her stuff.
I'm sitting next to you.
She know her stuff. You
She
feel
know
me?
her
Like, I was
stuff.
like, okay, so we on. So then when I first met her, I was like, okay, she about her shit. Like, you know, she know what she doing. You know, she's very informative, aware. You know, smart, intelligent.
Oh,
Like to keep herself up. You know,
Oh, what?
you know
that's a
everything,
lot.
the whole nine. Like I really respect that. You know, but
Shout
that
out
was
to
just my
Kay.
first.
So what do you think
insight.
of her now?
Don't do that.
I still think the same thing. Like she's really cool. Like everything.
Okay,
She's good.
I am what he thought I was.
okay,
All right.
that's good. I mean, that's rare. Like, rarely do I meet somebody and I see beforehand who they are. I usually take the reason I probably seem like I was maybe keeping to myself is because it takes time for me
Yeah,
to like, get to know.
to read. Like that's how I
Yeah.
am. I like to read people. I'm the quietest person in the room.
Yeah.
And I would sit there and people be like, dang, what's wrong with him? And I'm just reading, just trying to see what's going on, you know.
Okay. So, your first impression of me?
Okay, so my first impression of her, so I just remember seeing you ask a question.
Oh, we met in a work environment. Just as a disclaimer.
And me and Chris,
Yeah,
me and Chris
same.
met in the work environment. Me and Kay met in the work environment. I remember the first question you asked
Oh Lord.
in the room.
I already know what I'm about to say.
I don't know if it's safe to put that out there, but I just remember sitting there and us talking. We were all whole class answering questions, and I remember her question was, "Is it safe to? Do y'all have a policy about working in relationships?" So basically, asking if it's safe to date dudes at the job.
And what did that make you think of me?
I thought
I was thirsty.
she thirsty. So, but
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong
I
with
said
that.
she
Like,
was a
nothing
little.
wrong.
She had a
There's
little
problem
thirst.
with thirst, but okay.
She had a little thirst, but as I got to know her, I don't remember why was I talking to you?
I don't know. Why were you talking
Okay.
to me?
I don't remember.
I think I remember asking you like, oh, so you from Florida? I don't know if that was our first conversation, but I think we were both like headed home. And I asked you like, oh, you
Yeah.
from Florida? And I was like, Florida boys aren't quiet. You play quiet. And then we just kind of like was cool from there. And I was right. He's play quiet. He was chill, but he Florida
As
for
soon as he
real.
started talking.
Goddamn. No, I'm from Atlanta. Goddamn.
Oh, here you go.
I'm from Atlanta now.
Oh,
Goddamn.
stay in Miami, man. We good.
So your first impression remained as you got to know me, or was disproven?
Do I think you're thirsty now?
That's
No,
basically-
that's not what I said. No, you're not thirsty. I think piggybacking off what Chris said, definitely you're intelligent, smart,
I need to
kind.
keep y'all in my back
You
pocket.
real like you can be real like
Oh Lord.
stern,
What,
like
like aggressive?
Yeah,
I
real
think that.
aggressive.
I definitely
You
do
think
that.
I'm aggressive to your
you can definitely be aggressive.
Yeah, but it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing. As long as you're not too aggressive, you feel me? You run people off, but you know, just a little bit.
Would you say that about yourself? Would you think you aggressive?
I would say that you care about getting shit done. Like you want everything to be like just right.
Mm.
Everything has to be in order. You know, basically, that's why you like that.
Okay. I wouldn't call myself aggressive. I think I have an aggressive undertone, if that makes sense.
You
but I don't-
passive aggressive.
Okay.
No, I am not. I hate passive aggression. So I guess that's what it is. If I have a point to be made, if I'm passionate about it, it does come off as aggression. But I'll say I'm passionate. Like if I care about this podcast. So, you know, anything I'm passionate about, it will relay. And if I don't care about it, it will relay. So yeah, I don't think.
So
I'm
you aggressive.
Exactly.
All right, I'm aggressive.
So this is
There's
what
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
this is why we having a discussion about self-awareness. So
Right.
two people saying you aggressive.
Two people can be wrong. It's maybe 30 people
Oh, okay, so
that
you just
don't
right.
think No. You know what? This is a great point because I don't think it's wrong or right. It's perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
They say perception is reality. So your reality of me could be I'm aggressive, but somebody else's reality of me could be like, nah, she's chill. So it depends on the experience.
I mean,
You're
are
right.
chill.
You're
You're
right.
chill, but at the same
can you be chill
time,
and
like
aggressive?
you can be like
You
you're
can.
chill, But like when it comes down to business, like you're aggressive towards like
You
getting things
execute.
done. Like you execute the mission.
I
That's
take
what you're
it.
here
That
for.
sounds like some boss
Okay.
stuff. So I'll
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
just
why it's not a bad
accept
thing.
being a boss. It's okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Whew, I guess I need to read a self-awareness book.
So, back to what we was talking about earlier, how we started BAKTalk. It was actually BAKTalk was started as more of a video.
Yeah.
It was started with myself, my partner Jerome, Chris, C. Rich, who's over there, Jordan, and myself, and also John on the camera. Yeah. And I think our first topic, was like hip hop, and
we was all over the place. We
Yeah,
just
we-
wanted to do the show. We was real excited about it. Like,
we
love
had just
it.
got
I
a new
remember that.
camera.
I remember that. Like, we was
We had got a
excited.
new camera and we was
Exactly.
hype. Yeah.
Guerrilla
Exactly.
style.
Yeah,
Okay.
we just shot it in
We just ran with it. Like,
Yeah.
Can we
basically.
find this? Is this posted somewhere?
I
Yeah,
have
I still
the
got it in
video.
the archives
We
right
got
now.
the video.
Okay.
We never gonna release that shit.
I'll never see that right there. I don't
But
think y'all
we
wanna
still
see
got
that.
the video. I think mostly what that did for me in taping myself, I actually self-awareness. I looked at
Exactly.
myself and saw everything that I was doing that may have been wrong. So, I took time to self-assess on that. And
What do you mean by self-assess? What does that mean?
the self-assess is to really just get yourself to all right. So for me, when I self-assess, I write down a checklist of everything that I see from the people who influence me, and whether I have those type of attributes, right? So if I look at somebody like Gary Vee, I look at Gary Vee and I like his aggression. I like that he's real straightforward. And those are two things that I'll take from him. If I look at somebody like Charlemagne or somebody, I like, he passive aggressive, but he's funny, he's quick wit. If I look at Tariq Nasheed or somebody like that, he's real confident in everything he says. Even it don't matter, you don't know any of the information. He's just he's knowledgeable and he's quick with it. And he's just, he on top of everything you do. So, I mean, it's just different things from different people. And so for me, I'll write down what it is that I take from both of those individuals or whoever, and I'll take it and implement it for me. So
Gotcha. That's interesting because when I heard you say self-assessment, it sounds like what you're doing is more of like a gauge, like how close am I to what I aim to be.
right.
And when I hear self-assessment, I hear
What are you right now?
right, like assess yourself as you
Right.
are. And I guess you could do it either way, right?
You
Like,
can.
You can
Yeah.
either check where you at or check where you're
Where
trying to
you
be,
be,
or do
exactly.
both and compare the two. So
Right.
that's actually a good tool.
I think more so when you ask yourself of who you are right now, like what are you asking yourself? Are you looking more so on the negatives or the positive, or both?
What you think?
I'm always looking at the negatives because
I can tell by your tone of voice.
Yeah, he was like
that-
the negatives.
that's what matters to me because I mean at the end of the
Right.
day, like the positive, that's just something that's gonna come along like with me. Like okay, I do this and that. That's good. But it's the negative things that's gonna hold me back from getting to where I need to be. So those are the main focuses. So when I'm self-assessing myself, I'm more spiritual, I would say. So if anything, I'm talking to God about it. I'm just reflecting on everything and trying to get my mind right on where I need to be in my life or where I need to step my level up so I can get to where I need to be at the end of the day.
That's cool.
Okay.
All right. So I guess for me, I mean, if I'm really honest, maybe I'm lacking this whole self-assessment thing because
Why you say that?
because I don't yours seems like a very methodical, this is the point where it's at, this is where I am. You're really strategic in what you're doing. And I think I have more of an idea, you know what I mean, of where I want to be and who I want to be. When I think about who am I think of my characteristics, my habits,
Exactly.
my thought process, my behavior. You know what I mean? So to me, it's more of a personalized thing. Like, okay, right now I'm super aggressive. I want to be less aggressive. Or right now I may discipline. I want to be, you know what I'm saying? It's more so my own characteristics and how I want to level up versus that's my goal and that's how I'll get there. So maybe that's a lesson to be, gained from you guys, that I should be more specific in it.
Okay, so when you guys are self-assessing yourselves, Do you let other people's opinions about you guys? Does that come into like a factor?
I think everybody does. It just depends on how much, you know. Like for some people,
Yeah.
I think is minimal. For
I
some
think
people,
so.
it's
This
a
is
lot.
one thing like people don't like to admit. You do read the comments of people. You do hear the opinions of other people, and you want to know, like,
Yeah.
okay, because you
How
even
they
in
feel about
you have blind spots.
Mhm.
So you know how other people feel about you. If 10 people say that you're one way, and you don't think that about you, then you need to
Exactly.
take that
Yeah.
into assessment.
But I'm not
That's
aggressive.
but you
You see,
aggressive.
yeah.
You just got aggressive and jumped in my conversation when I'm trying to talk.
That was slightly
Exactly.
aggressive.
So I'm saying like that's one thing. It's hard. Like we have our blind spots, so we can't always be right about ourselves. We have
Right.
to
That's
take into account what other people are saying to us.
And I think that maturity like comes into effect when you like trying to take into account what people are saying about you. Because I know like me, like the older I'm getting, it's like I listen to what people say. Usually I just be like, whatever, you know, that's not true. That's not true.
You know everything.
But then you gotta, you think you know everything, but then you like, dang, I'm really like that. Like,
Yeah,
maybe I need to
that
take a
mirror,
step back and
right.
like,
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do. I mean, I'm sure you guys who are listening probably, you know, can relate to what we're saying because sometimes people can hold up a mirror and you don't recognize it at all. You know, like people can tell you certain attributes that they see in you, or even sometimes in a positive. Like I could say, you know, for example, when Ray and I were getting to know each other, and he was just like speaking like all these things that he saw me like doing, including this podcast. And I was like,
I
what?
told you.
Like,
I told you ahead of time you was a
right.
star.
And I'm looking at him like, what? I mean,
She
I'm still
didn't-
not a
I'm
star,
like,
but
come on.
But what I'm saying is, like, he saw me like on a speaking platform. Those of you who don't know, I have more of a background in being behind the scenes, like making the logistics, you know, making sure everything flows versus actually being a person on camera. And to me, that was like, wow. Like I told him, maybe I'm not as self-aware because if you're not the only person that said this, and now here we are. Clearly, it's something that I'm not seeing in myself. So I think it's always good to do like a self check. You know, like even though you may have it now, self check again, again, and again, because your gifts will reveal themselves, your weaknesses will reveal themselves, and you know, it's something that must happen. So I would like for you guys to possibly comment, let us know, you know, what's your self assessment? How do you self check? I think that'd be kind of interesting to find. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So we're back, and I guess the next thing we want to talk about is what is your definition of success? Like, what is it that can happen or occur, or what feeling when you have when it's like, I made it, this is success? So I guess you can start off with C. Rich. What's your definition of success?
My definition of success,
Couple bands under the pillow.
hey, I already got them, so we ain't worried about
Let me find
All
out.
right, but my definition of success, like I'm a planning type of guy. Like I plan everything. Like my girl always tell me that you know everything don't work out to you know your plan.
Shout out to his girl.
Things happen is gonna mess it up. But I'm a planning type of guy. So I can go like 2 year, 5 year, 10 year,
Oh,
you know,
wow.
however.
Oh yeah.
So 10 years, well, 5 years from now, my definition of success is me being able to basically, I say this all the time, control my time.
Absolutely.
Like time is power. People think about money. Like money, it gets you a lot of places. But at the end of the day, if you can control your time, do whatever, like wake up and just like, what I want to do today.
But what do you have to?
You gotta
do
have
in order to
resources
get
for
there?
that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta have
exactly
money.
where whatever lane I plan on going in life, you know, that's gonna get me there. That's gonna set me up to where I can basically control my time and be successful.
So your definition of success is I wake up, I control my day and my time.
So you a boss.
Boss, that's basically
Exactly.
what it is.
I
Come
feel
on. Basically.
You right.
Some people think a boss is rolling into somebody's job and being
No.
able to tell people what to do, though.
No.
No,
No.
somebody cut their check.
Exactly.
Right, I agree, but some people they like, oh, I'm a
Yeah,
boss.
I don't never call none of my supervisors. They just watch money.
Yeah.
They not my boss.
watch money.
They watch money.
All right. Okay.
Hey, I peeped that. I like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use that.
But for me, success is basically achieving desired results. You know, that's the basic definition of it. But like C. Rich said, success will be controlling my own reality. So whether that's time, you know, not having to punch somebody's clock, not having to, you know,
Answer to anybody?
to anybody. That's my biggest. I've always had a problem with
Yeah.
authority.
Same
Absolutely,
here,
I was a
same here.
badass
You're
kid.
self-aware.
I'm self-aware. That's why I don't blame my mom for not liking me. But
Oh no.
I embarrassed the shit out of her. But
Oh, well, at
you know what I'm
least you keep it
saying?
real.
Like for me, again, self-awareness. Like, you know, and part of success is gonna come with that. But for me, just being able to plan and execute. For me, it's not so much the end result. It's me being able to set forth a plan and actually finish out with something, carry something out.
Yeah.
So success for me, especially, we did the first video. What was my number? What was I trying to hit?
I don't know. It was lower than what we got though.
It was but I want to say it was like 5,000.
And we on like 50,000 as of today.
Crazy.
Crazy. Look at. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So really, it's for me the process. Like I love the process of doing all of this.
Achieving. Is
yes.
that what it is?
So if I love the process as much as I do, it don't matter what the result is at the end. I know I did what I was supposed to do.
Okay.
So for the video, we did more than what we expected.
That's success.
That was success.
Well, we definitely are successful by those measures for sure.
What's yours?
Oh, okay. I was so into to what you were saying.
I know I spit this shit real fly, but damn. Go ahead.
So, so I guess for me, success would be like complete realization. And what I mean by that is like, I'm a person that has gone through, like everyone goes through phases, but my phases in life have been very like jarring and very like awakening, if that makes sense. And I think my journey to self-discovery, it's been kind of like rocky road, hills, etc. So I think for me, success would be like realizing completely who I am, like all my gifts and being able to allocate them. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I feel like, not to get spiritual, but I feel like if you get blessed with certain gifts and capabilities, it's kind of like an insult to not tap into those things and somehow, if not make the world better, make the people around you in your space better. So for me, that's success. Like, okay, everything that I can contribute to the greater good and, grassroots level, it's happening. I've tapped into myself, things are in rotation and, things are just, you're in the flow. Like, that's what I would call it, in the flow. Shout out to Rhea Ban taking these selfies.
What?
But, yeah, so for me, that's what it is. Like, just everything is in tune. My chakras are aligned. My skin is glowing. And,
Okay.
I'm just doing everything it is that I'm here to do and accomplish. That's success.
And to piggyback off of that, what Kay said is like, I didn't put it out there, but I do think when you reach a level of success, like when you think about success, you should think about like, wow, like I can provide for my family, like
wow,
my friends,
Wow.
I can help people out, like
I can do
that's
this.
success,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
people gonna always look for you at that point to, make their life better, and that's a
Yeah.
blessing. It could be a curse as well,
Yeah.
but I mean, when you get to that point of success, I feel
How
like
is it a curse, though?
because people can, look for you to do everything a little too much for them. Some things that they should be able to do on their
Oh,
own.
yeah, like the leashes and
Yeah,
stuff. Well,
yeah,
that's when you just got to
exactly.
set boundaries. But I feel
Exactly.
All right. So I think that was good. I mean, I would love for you guys to tell us, in the comments, like, what's your definition of success? Did you agree? Did you agree with Rhea Ban? Did you agree with C. Rich? You agree with me? You completely disagree? I think it'll be interesting to hear, right?
It will be.
Yeah.
But to piggyback off that,
This piggybacking.
to segue to this next topic, I know y'all, everybody been listening to the Drake album.
I ain't listening to it.
Not everybody, but
Everybody except one person has been listening to the Drake album.
Because he's a hater.
I ain't no hater. Let's keep it real.
We know the Rick Ross drop.
Yes.
Right.
It's
So
been
what's
on
that?
repeat.
Better You Than Me.
Better You Than Me.
What's the other one called?
We don't even
I
know.
don't
We don't
even
even want to
know.
talk about it.
It's what, the Drake album?
Yeah.
More Life.
Oh, yeah. See, you won't even know. More Life.
Don't even.
I don't expect C to know that at all.
Don't even know.
Yeah. Did you listen to both?
Yeah, I listen
Rick
to both.
and Drake?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest.
Be honest.
I listen to parts of Drake because I try to skip over the singing sometimes, and I try to skip over the reggae tone and the Caribbean
Yeah.
shit and the Brixton shit. Like he trying to do a lot.
Yeah, still in the
But-
flows.
I like some of the album.
Some of
Drake's
Drake's
the Drake album.
What about Ross?
I love the Ross album.
Every track.
It's an instant classic for me.
No, is it better than Port of Miami?
Listen to what I said.
I heard instant
it's-
classic. Is it better than
It
Port of
is,
Miami?
yes.
His original?
Yes.
Okay.
Every track on there, I
bruh.
can say I can play that and I can run the whole album, every
Yes.
song
Santorini
in my
Port
car.
of
Port of Miami ain't Ross' best album though.
But it was when he was fresh out, so I like it.
Oh.
But, okay, so.
It just had like that. When I listen to Ross, like this is
Oh
all right,
shit.
You going I'm trying to keep it down. I ain't gonna
We
go
trying to
there.
keep this
But
to a
Ross
3-minute
is my
rant.
favorite
3 minutes.
artist. Like he's my favorite artist, and I really admire like his business mind, and I love his music work. Like when you listening to Ross, it just give you that boss feeling.
Yes.
Like I feel like I need to be riding a Maybach.
Yes, like
Through
way
Atlanta.
back.
Where my millions at? You feel me? I need to be investing in
Excuse
all
me.
these businesses. Like that's what I feel like when I'm listening to that, and that's the only rapper that can give me that feeling.
It's mogul talk.
That's
Yes.
what I'm saying.
It's
That's what we
mogul talk.
need. We don't
We
need to be
need that.
sitting here talking.
Yes,
I don't need to be feeling like,
mogul
Yeah.
talk.
Mogul
like
talk.
dang. I don't need to
Okay.
think about these girls and all of this. Like,
Oh, so
no.
you think about girls?
I mean, with Drake, if we want to go with Drake, that's all he rapping about is these
Oh, so
females.
you comparing it to? Okay.
Yeah, and that's not what I'm going for. I'm going
Yeah.
for
I mean, there's nothing
self-motivation.
wrong.
No,
Okay.
there's a lot of wrong with that.
Okay.
So for the listeners, they probably trying to figure out how y'all jump from Self-Aware to Ross and Drake, right?
Right.
So this weekend, those two albums drop. We're talking about being self-aware, who you
Right.
really are, what you want to be.
Right.
So
Drake is a fraud.
Wow.
Let's go.
Bro, we might
Drake-
have Drake on the show one day.
Yeah,
He-
Don't do that.
Hey, I'll
to
tell
him.
him to his face.
Listen, maybe he realized talents later on. So you have Ross,
We'll get them
the
Canadian hands.
CO. For those of you who don't know,
Hey, you gotta get it how you get it. Like,
Ross
Go
used to
ahead.
be a correctional officer.
okay.
That's law enforcement. That's a lot. It represents a lot of what he speaks against with, Booby Boy Gang and like gang, and everything else he always talking about. That's like anti-law enforcement, right?
I don't want to.
Hey, go ahead,
I don't
Ray.
want
Go
to
ahead,
indict
Ray.
nobody.
Go ahead,
You
Ray.
feel me?
Go
I
ahead.
ain't indicting
Okay,
nobody.
so
This
look.
is all on his records,
I understand,
right?
but
So is he self-aware or not?
I feel like he is.
Very
Why?
self-aware.
I feel like he is.
He became self-aware when he became a rapper.
He been self-aware.
So why
Like,
was he a
okay, so
CO?
for me, okay, look,
All right,
because I got a cousin who was a CO.
and he a rapper now.
He not a rapper. He was doing shit on the low. So, I mean, just because you're a CO don't mean
Yeah, exactly. You gotta get it how you get it. At the end of the
yeah.
day.
But at the same time, he lied about it when presented to when it got
When it
presented to
came
the
out,
public. So.
yeah.
I mean, I wasn't feeling when he did that, but other than that, like I feel like in order for him to have done all the things he's done business-wise, he has to have some level of self-awareness.
Because he had to accept the fact that that's what he did. I mean, like you can't really
Now, I
just
can't
hide that.
say he fabricates.
So what y'all
But-
saying is you could be self-aware and live a lie at the same time.
He not living a
I
lie.
don't feel like
he not
lived
living a
a
lie.
lie.
Not at all.
How
Not at
so?
all. Because I feel like, if you really listen to all his music and just
I
go
did,
back
I
through all his
did.
albums, I feel like the stories that he portrays in his music, they're not lies.
I'm not saying now. I'm saying when, because it's
Mhm.
either it can't. Is it okay? This is the question. Do you have to be either or? Because what you're saying is he kept it real. Okay, but when he was a CO, did he have the mentality that he has now?
At the same time, I get what you're saying, yeah, but you have to that was his job. I mean, that was how
So
he was
you
making
think that
money.
was his check, but the mentality that we hear on the records now is what he always had. That's what you
Yeah,
believe.
exactly.
Okay. All right.
He always had that boss mentality.
Where are you from?
And you really going against
You
this
banging
man.
on the
That's
city?
what's up. That's what I'm saying.
How dare you?
Listen, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Okay.
Devil's advocate. I have not said if I agree or disagree. I'm just
Why you
asking
wanna
how
play
you-
the
Shout out to
devil?
Ross. Shout out to Ross.
I love
Shout
Rick
out to
Ross.
Ross.
Port of Miami is one of my
Shout
favorite
out to the
albums.
Pork and
Cool
Beans.
and Dre did their thing on that album.
Shout out to Carol City, Bajas,
You done?
Opalaka, the Greyhound. Shout out to everybody. Go ahead.
King of Diamonds.
King of Diamond.
All right.
Shout out to Deerfield Beach, Broward County, Dade County. You see how I switched my accent. I got my accent back.
man.
Go ahead.
Oh my God. So, all right. So, self-aware. They feel like Rick Ross is self-aware, was self-aware, although he was a CO and now he's represents what he represents. Okay, cool.
Is Drake self-aware?
Right. So
Nope.
now we have Drake.
You don't know who he is.
You hear C Rich or Rhea Ban chiming in. Now we all know he's from Canada. We've seen the pictures at the bar
Outta here.
mitzvah. He was an actor,
Clown.
and now he's like a rapper, one of the biggest rappers in the
He
entire
ain't no
world.
rapper to me.
Can
I
we
don't
mute
know
his
him as a
mic?
rapper.
Well,
Can
he's
we
a
mute his
he's a
mic?
musician. Yeah, where the sound man at?
He right here.
Well, you know what? Since you got something to say, much to say, why is Drake not self-aware? Why you hating on Drake?
I'm not hating. I'm just
Why you
speaking.
feel the
I'm
way you
speaking the
feel?
truth because
What's the truth?
I feel like Drake has never had his own like. He's not self-aware because he's never had his own thing.
You
Like
feel
Even
like his
back
own
on a
style?
mixtape?
his own style. Like
Are
okay,
you talking mixtape Drake or Cash Money Drake? It's the difference.
I would say both To be honest,
Because
okay,
I
so
feel like
look,
the Cash Money Drake, they was trying to change the way he was going about himself
On
anyway.
the first album, they definitely did. Okay, so who do you think he really is then?
I don't know. That's the problem. This is the problem. I
We
can't.
don't
I don't know
know.
who he is. You know, that's the messed up part. But it's like, I don't know with Drake. I mean, I just never been a fan. I just can't vibe. I can't vibe with his music.
so you don't like the music?
I don't like the music. I don't like him. I don't like.
Okay, it
nothing
sounds
Drake.
like you just don't like him.
It sounds.
I mean,
personal.
it's just like
Why
I just
you-
can't get with the music.
What he did to you,
Is
bro?
your,
He ain't do
girl, is your
nothing.
girl in love with Drake?
She might be.
See,
but,
that's the
hey,
real story, ladies.
But still,
Nah,
it ain't the real story. But then, like I've always felt like that.
Okay.
Besides,
You
I
say
mean,
he's stealing styles. Whose style is he stealing? Like, you think he just copying
Okay.
something he's seen?
So when he first came out, he was sounding like Fonte from Little
because
Brother.
he was doing all that singing.
You remember Fonte from Little Brother?
Really?
Yeah,
Of course,
he
I
had
know
it.
who that
Yeah,
is.
you better know.
I know.
You the hip hop
Yes.
queen.
Yes.
And then after that, you know, he kind of started sounding like he took Big Sean flow.
Big Show.
He took Big Sean, Big Sean flow. I'm trying not to say Sean on the show. He took Big Sean show
Slave name.
and ran with that. But everybody did that, you know, at the time. But
Yeah.
okay, he get a pass.
So everybody can bite Big
He
Sean.
took a lot of people. It seemed like it. He took a lot of people, like style from Houston. But he
Shout out
kind
to
of put
Migos
it.
flow he
Everybody
took.
But
copy a
look,
little
yeah.
bit.
So he
Migos
kind
flow he
of put
took.
it in his music that Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. Like he spent a lot of time in these
Houston
places.
and
So
Vegas was awesome. That track.
I mean,
It was.
straight.
oh, so you like that?
That
one.
was the pre-Drake.
Oh,
that was
what?
the pre. It was straight. It was straight.
It was
but I
straight?
feel like he should have stayed
Ladies
in
and
that
gentlemen,
lane
he's seeing the
because
lights.
you know where I lose my
This is first.
respect is, you know, like everybody say, like I say, he don't write his.
He don't
own
write
words.
his music. You don't feel like he ever wrote his music.
I
ever?
mean, he might had a little
Music.
a 1%, you know,
He out
effort in
1%,
that. You know,
1%.
you feel me? But it's not on no
1%.
his pen game not on Ross level.
How you
I
know
wouldn't
Ross
say
write his
I-
own rap?
I-
Because
no,
if
no,
you
no. I'm
listen
saying
to
no, no.
Ross-
I
if
say
you li-
I agree.
Way back
I agree.
up.
If
Ross
you
is
listen-
Ross is incredible.
If you
bro.
listening to what,
if you really listen,
like
to
it's
what
like
he
that
say.
sound like he actually sat there and was thinking out that shit and writing it.
Okay.
Drake, I'm
Maybe
hearing
his
them like,
ghostwriter is
Bruh,
just
but
that
Drake
good.
lyrics are on point, bro. You
but they're
can't
not
say.
his.
How do you?
But we don't know.
You in
We
the
really
studio?
don't know.
We don't know,
Were
but
either
I
of you in the
mean, from what
studio?
other people saying, you know,
Okay.
Meek Mill,
Oh, so you
DJ
go by
Drama. I
hearsay.
mean, bro, not
You're right.
really writing
This
his
is how
shit.
gossip becomes facts.
I don't believe he's writing it. I can't.
So what makes Rick Ross believable? Because you like the feeling? Somebody else could have gave him them lyrics that gave you the feeling.
Nah.
No, not what he talk about. It's just you can't. That's not.
I mean-
that's not a feeling you can make up. I just feel like you can't. What he talking about?
Just from what I know, he was writing for a lot of people when he was coming up. So
Because that's
So-
what
It's-
on, his,
it's
on, his,
easy
on Black
for me to
Market
see.
he was talking about how he was ghostwriting for people. One of his songs was called Ghostwriter.
I mean, anybody can
For
say.
other people, but you're saying he has his own.
What do you mean?
Wait, you're talking about Ross, right?
Yeah.
So our consensus is Drake is not self-aware, and
No,
Rick
he's
Ross is.
I didn't say that.
What do
See,
you
Rick
feel?
said-
Hey, go ahead.
So I feel like Drake is self-aware.
Man, come on.
I feel like he to first of all, what does it mean to be self-aware? It means to know oneself, to know where your limitations are. So even if you feel like he got a ghostwriter, he knows his limitation. He went and got somebody to do something he couldn't do.
And that's what they say you do. Surround people.
I give you that.
Surround yourself
So
with
he
people
that.
that
is
stuff better than you.
self-aware.
But
Just because you
Right.
don't fuck with him,
you right. I give
Okay.
you that. But then he deny. Did he deny those ghostwriters?
he did
So
I mean,
he's
he-
self-aware about that.
to a certain degree. You remember the interview I sent?
He can be self-aware, but don't want to expose himself to you. That's the thing,
Okay.
right?
He definitely got help on the bars. On
Come on now, like some of these
if
bars.
it's
Not,
too,
come on
if,
now.
I
if you're
don't
reading this,
agree.
it's too late. He definitely got
I
help
don't
with
think
the bars.
Ross has a ghostwriter. I don't think Drake has a ghostwriter.
I think it's clear.
people always want to steal people's credit and shine. I think it's very possible. It's possible that they have ghostwriters, but I want to believe the hip hop head in me, the music lover in me, and fan of both of these artists. I want to believe that they don't have ghostwriters. They're both self-aware.
We all want to believe. We want to believe a
And
lot of things.
I think they do. They know what they can do, and they do it well. And that's why they do it well, because they're self-aware and they tap into themselves. And now you see greatness.
Drake tap
on both
into other
ends.
people, not himself.
You tap into a
Stealing
Ouija board.
flows. That's right.
I don't know. You guys chime in. Like you think Drake write his own bars. You think Ross write his own bars. Do y'all think they got ghostwriters? Are they self-aware? What do y'all think? Because these two can't agree clearly.
I can agree. I said Drake is self-aware. Ross is self-aware.
Not about bars and ghostwriting though.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we that's two separate issues.
But don't they both tie into being self-aware?
Yeah, to a certain degree, but I feel like I didn't answer whether or not I feel like Drake has ghostwriters. I
So?
feel like he
What do you feel
has
about
help.
that?
He
Exactly.
definitely had help.
Just go ahead and say it, bro.
He definitely had help on that one album. I can definitely see the difference. First of all, the bars weren't even that good on that album. So
What album?
if you're reading this, it's too late.
Oh,
ain't
I
even
hated
listened
that
to
album.
Didn't even
It
listen to
it wasn't even like his shit. So I can see him getting help on that. I remember Nicholas F. helped him out on the song he did with Wayne, Going In.
Mm-hmm.
He confirmed that.
Okay.
So it made me like, okay,
But
maybe
don't
Drake
all
is
rappers
writing.
do that?
No.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No, but for me, it made me look at it like, okay, it seems like because nobody's been able to duplicate what he's doing. Nobody really sounds like Drake per se.
Because he sounds like other people. You can't do that. You can't duplicate what's duplicated. I mean, you can't do
Okay,
that.
you just gonna jump
Actually, you
in?
can. But
You just gonna cut me off?
this
Go
ain't a
ahead.
conversation.
Go right ahead.
Okay.
Go right ahead. Go.
I'm saying
It's a
no.
monologue? Okay.
No, I'm saying okay. So with Drake, of course, it looks like he's had help coming up, but I think at some point he was writing or he writes his own stuff because he even wrote stuff for Alicia Keys.
Mhm.
So it's hard for me to say hasn't wrote anything, but I'm gonna just fall back because he look like he about to come through.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna let y'all have it.
Okay. Well, all right.
5
So
minutes.
that's how we feel about Rick Ross and Drake. Like we said, go ahead and chime in. I think Rhea Ban's gonna drop the email if you guys want to email us and let us know what you guys think about it, or you can comment in the comment section.
Talkback@gmail. You're gonna see it in the description box. Just take a look at it. Tweet us. DM me.
On IG,
Hit the
Slide them
inbox.
DMs.
comment under the channel.
Slide me something. A picture is fine. But BAKTalk podcast episode 1. I feel okay about this.
Yeah. How do you guys think this went?
I think it went all right.
It was alright.
It was all right.
Straight.
What could we do
to make it
good then?
It was great.
Good. You know, it's not to the level where I wanted to be. We still got
What?
more improvement.
Why would you say that?
More improvement. You know,
You need some gas?
like I feel like it's the first podcast. So like as we continue, it's gonna get better and better. Like, you feel me? You can't never be satisfied with just okay. You gotta always look for.
I think we should put
Yeah,
negative
we ain't gonna
self-talk
put. We ain't gonna
about
put.
Cause
We
people
not gonna
gonna
do
hear that, they gonna
negative
agree with
talk.
you.
This is not mogul talk. What
All
you
right.
doing?
You know
want
what
me
he
to say
said? Though he
then?
looks at the
Yeah.
negative. Look at the positive and say that.
Go ahead.
I feel great about the
Okay,
podcast.
how you feel?
Oh, you just gonna cut me off?
Yes, I'm going to.
All right, go right
I'm going to
ahead.
cut you off,
Go
sir.
right ahead. Go right ahead.
Okay.
How do I feel about the podcast? I think we're getting there. Like, I'm really excited. Like, this is episode 1, and this can go to infinity. Like, I hope people respond and like what we have to talk about. You have different perspectives, of course. Obviously, female perspective. 2 guys that have strong opinions that sometimes vary. So, I think it feels good. I can't wait to see what we do. I'm really looking forward to hearing back from the listeners, the watchers.
Definitely.
You guys showed us a lot of love on that first video. For those of you who didn't see it, just look at the subscribe button for BAKTalk and you'll see what we're talking about.
Subscribe to the channel, BAKTalk.
Yes, subscribe,
Media.
like, share. But yeah, we really like coming to you guys, and we feel like we have a lot to share. We would love for you guys to share topics and interests with us. But all in all, I feel great about BAKTalk. I know we have a lot further to go, but I feel great.
Absolutely.
How do you
See?
feel,
See, Rich?
Rhea Ban?
Oh, we gonna get to me. See,
I
Rich?
just gonna cut me off. It's all good though. But I feel like this was a great show. I mean, it was amazing. I feel like we definitely have came a long way. And,
You sound really excited about this opportunity
They don't
that has
believe
been
you.
bestowed upon
we
you.
definitely have came a long way. It was very exciting. I'm looking forward to what's next. Just please follow us on all the channels, all the social
This
media that
nigga
we
is
have.
using his sultry voice.
IG, Twitter,
Yeah, very white
YouTube, everything. Like we need y'all. Like we need the comments. We need everything to start
Yeah, if
flowing.
you love it, tell us. If you
Hey
hate
man,
it, don't
get
tell
it.
us.
make sure you tell the folks like
Where they can
where
find you.
the sneaker promo codes and shit. You be on it. You gotta tell the people,
Hey, that's
bro.
gonna
You
be
gotta
coming
help
up.
them
It's
out.
gonna be coming up. It's gonna be coming up.
Okay.
Sneakerhead. All right.
Okay. Well, shit. How I feel about the first show? I feel like it was cool.
Just cool.
It was cool. It was lax. I'm gonna need y'all to pick up y'all energy though. I mean,
Hey, man,
y'all.
it's been a long day.
My bad.
Well, okay, here we go.
Nah, y'all did a great job, man. Definitely night and day from the last one. We shot a video. You can tell them about it. I'm not.
That does not exist.
It exists.
It doesn't.
There was a video before this, and
I think it was fine in my
Okay.
opinion. I thought it was okay. Like, I mean,
Yeah, Mr.
But-
Supercritical Perfection.
I thought it was fine. I thought we should have put it out.
this.
I mean,
This
but-
might not even come out while they talking. We just talking to ourselves.
Wow.
We're really just talking to
Wow,
ourselves. This
hearing
shit's
this.
not even gonna see the light of day.
That's messed up.
I
But
got
the first video was pretty good, and like I really wish we could have dropped that, but
We'll convince them to drop clips. We ain't got to
or
drop the whole
something,
thing,
you
but,
know, little segments, you know.
Give the people what they want.
now they over here begging for me to do.
I ain't begging.
I'm just saying, you know, hey,
Nah, I'm saying nah. Honestly, I thought this went better than I expected. Y'all did a really great job.
You did a good
And
job.
the
Appreciate it.
family.
Appreciate
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's all I was looking for. I just wanted to give y'all positivity so y'all can give it back.
Oh, there you go.
That's all.
All right.
Reciprocation.
Yes. Word of the day.
Word of the day. Okay.
Talk back, no
Okay.
speed. Talk back, no
BAKTalk
speed.
on Twitter. BAKTalk Media on Instagram.
please follow us.
BAKTalk on Facebook. Rhea Ban, that's RHEA Ban, BAN
Right.
on Facebook.
And he'll drop all the links below.
Rhea Ban on Twitter. Rhea Ban on Instagram.
Really? You trying to get your followers
saying.
up? or
Hey, let
nah?
me shout myself.
Go ahead,
out.
shout you. Do it.
Follow C Rich Productions _ on the IG,
Yes.
please. I'm new to IG. You know, getting followers up. Let's get it. Twitter, C Rich _. Yeah, I follow me on
Like his
Snapchat too.
underscores.
Y'all follow me on Snapchat.
He really got Snapchat.
Hey.
Pop. I ain't even say nothing
Yeah,
about
we
Snapchat.
can get on Snapchat too, but I ain't gonna put that out there yet.
That's
I'm
Rhea
on
Ban
it.
_GQ
Really?
on Snapchat.
GQ.
Snapchat X rated.
Why
I
you
don't think
got
y'all
the
want to see
GQ on
that.
the end?
They know why I got GQ on the end. Rhea Ban
I'm on
_GQ.
Instagram, but my page is locked, so yeah.
Hell no.
BAKTalk podcast episode 1 done. Nah.
What the hell?
BAKTalk.
damn.
Thank y'all for listening. This is BAKTalk Radio podcast. Is it BAKTalk
Stand up.
Radio?
Yep.
Is it radio podcast?
It's all
BAKTalk
of it.
podcast episode 1.
BAKTalk meeting?
We out of here.
BAKTalk.
We good?
No.
BAKTalk.
That's not a
meeting?
good sign off.
Okay.
Oh, I'm trying to
BAKTalk episode 1.
We out.
Thank you.
What's the thank you? What's the thank you?
Thank you for listening.
Okay, that's it.